Okay, update. Whew. Let me tell y'all what this landlord got the nerve to do. I just gotta read this to y'all. I told y'all he's selling the house, right? And I asked him before I moved here, I said, are you interested in a long-term tenant? Because that was going to definitely have a bearing upon where I decide to go, or if I decide to move. He said, yeah, I'm looking for a long-term tenant. Well, first of all, let me just debrief you. Since I've been here, my landlord has been harassing me okay, I live downstairs. I live in a duplex. I live downstairs. There's tenants that live upstairs. Okay. So when I moved in, when I looked at the place, he showed me my storage area. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So when I moved in, not even a day later, the upstairs tenant was putting his belongings in my storage area. So I'm like, what's going on? He said, oh, I moved in here or whatever. So I text my landlord. I said, Steve, what's going on? I said, the upstairs tenant is moving his belongings in my storage area. And he texts back, oh, Sheila, I'm sorry, I meant to tell you. Yeah, he needed that for his office. I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with me? That has nothing to do with me. It's not my problem. And he was like, and anyways, I didn't really say that was your storage area. I'm like, you lying ass, ugly ass, racist ass person. You're lying. When I looked in this house, I looked at this house twice. You already showed me an empty storage room and which one was my storage room. So now you're going to try to play manipulation because I'm calling you out. And then I said, no, I don't want to give up my storage area. I was going to make that my workout room. So he wasn't budging. And like, oh, I'm sorry. So I said, okay, Sheila, you're just not moving in. Just let it go, Reggie. Just L-I-G it, let it go. So I let it go. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess there was some plumbing issues in the basement. I didn't have any problems with my plumbing system up in here, but apparently it was something getting stopped up in the basement. So the landlord had to. I mean, I guess he's a carpenter or whatever. He had to go and try to fix it himself to try to save him money, which I understand, but he couldn't fix it. And so he had to call, professionals to come in, which I'm sure he paid maybe thousands of dollars to get that done. They couldn't even fix it. So he called another professional company, paid a lot of money again, and they had to dig it up all the way to the street or something. So anywho, he texts me after all this happened. I just moved here last year, November. Mind you, this happened December, January, about the sanitation situation. I get a text message from him saying, oh, and by the way, could you make sure they found tampons, they found this, they found that, branches, all kind of stuff in the drain. Could you make sure that you're not putting those things in the drain? Listen here, you ignorant white motherfucker, or Hispanic, or whatever fuck you is. I don't care. I just moved here in November, and for the fucking record, FYI, I don't even wear fucking tampons. So you've been living here for 15 years, plus you had tenants after you bought the place and rented it out. It ain't never crossed your mind that y'all responsible for that? No. He wants to blame the beautiful black sister right before you. So, I text him back, and I said, I highly doubt it if I had anything to contribute to your clogged drain. And he's like, oh, no, don't get offended. I texted the upstairs tenant the same thing. No, the fuck you didn't. And then let me tell you about them. So, I moved here last year, November. I got a little, like a JBL speaker, to make your music kind of sound a little loud, but it's not even that loud at all. So since the guy takes my storage room and turns into his office, he's directly underneath my living room where I'm playing my music. He would knock on my door several times Could you turn it down? I just can't hear. Okay. First, I was willing to negotiate, and I was nice and kind. I'm like, okay, all right. But then it's my spirit, the black girl in me, the soul in me, just the humanist, the realist, the spirit of God, tapped me on my shoulder and say, you know what? Your music is not even loud at all. He's trying to bully you, just messing with you. Oh, honey, it gets deeper. It gets deeper than that. Then, okay, so after dealing with that for like 3 to 5 months, I started like standing my ground. Like, I wish a motherfucker would knock on my door and tell me to turn my shit down. I wish she would. So anyways, fast forward. Okay, so also, I'm just saying all the incidents that I've dealt with being in this house. So then, one day I had a friend over. I don't like cigarettes in my house, or cigarette smoke. I hate cigarettes. So I had my friend go outside in the backyard and smoke the cigarette. Well, as my friend was coming in, my landlord knocked at the door, or I was open the back door, and my friend happened to be coming in, and my landlord standing right there. So my landlord said, no smoking in the house. Excuse me? Do you see him with a fucking cigarette in the house? Didn't you see him standing outside when you was out there smoking a cigarette? Like, really? I'm like, what does you think you thought you saw? He's like, oh, no, don't patronize me. You know, that white kind of shit. That's some dirty motherfucker white. I just cannot stand. Cannot stand, but I know how to be cordial. So I'm going to curse all these racist ass mother persons. Shoot. Anywho. Okay, so that's that one incident. So then another incident happened. I go downstairs. Now he provides the appliances, the washer dryer, right? So the upstairs tenant got washer and dryer. I have a washer and dryer. So that saved me money. I didn't have to buy one. You know, cool. So I use this little tiny ass college student dorm washer and dryer, right? Even though it's just me, but still. One day I come downstairs while my washing machine and dryer is filled with the upstairs tenant's clothes. I said, excuse me? Are you serious? So I sent them a text message, the upstairs tenants. I said, I hope that you wouldn't just go use my things without my permission, because y'all clothes are in my thing. They never text back because their ass was guilty. So then all of a sudden I text my landlord and let my landlord know about the situation, right? My landlord happened to come over. He had to do some work or something. He tells me, oh, you know, they got those kids and, you know, they just making excuses for me. You should have seen it. He even had the audacity to tell me, you know, they're really nice people. And them and the downstairs tenant before you, Paul, they were such good friends. They used to, like, use each other's appliances. I said, well, I ain't Paul. My name's Sheila. So why in the hell would you think it's just total disrespect? Total disrespect. I mean, they just constantly be doing shit. Then it's the shit with the situations with the garbage cans. Okay, take your own shit. Why the nerve he had nerve to tell me one day, you know, sometimes I pull your garbage out, so can you pull our garbage out too? Hell no. I didn't tell your ass to pull my garbage out. I didn't sign up for that game. I didn't agree to it. None of that. You understand what I'm saying? So why is it we got to play these dumbass games? So what they'll do, they'll pull mine out and sit back and wait for me to pull pull both of them back. And some couple times, out of just courtesy, I did it. But it's like, no. I'm not going to play this game because I'm not. That ain't. I'm responsible for my garbage. Be responsible for your garbage. Okay, that ain't the only incident, honey. Let me finish telling you. So then one day I pull out. I see him walking down the street toward the house, drunk as hell. I'm thinking somebody beat him up because he was just looking so bad and stumbling all over the place. And I'm like, are you okay? Because I was really concerned about him as a human being. And also he happened to be my neighbor, right? No, I'm fine. So then I drive off, I leave. I come back and spend about 40 minutes. I come back, it is throw up all by the fucking back door. Now we share the same back door entry. Just vomit everywhere. Then I open the door. He's standing there with his fucking pants down like he just got through shit. I don't know what he was doing. You understand what I'm saying? So anyhow, I'm like, are you okay? Because I didn't know I was genuine, you know. And he was like, no, I'm fine. So whatever. Then it went from them being so quiet like mice upstairs. They bump. They running through the house playing linebacker. Linebacker. You understand me? You know normal bumping. I ain't talking about normal bumping. I'm talking about linebacker. Trying to get somebody attention.